Hey everybody, this is TotalGamerJunkie. I want to welcome you all back to my channel. So in this video, I want to talk about who I believe two of Max's romance options will be in this game. Well, technically it's going to be free because of Chloe, but we all know that Chloe's an option. I want to talk about the two other characters who I believe are romance options for Max. Now, for the first option, I do believe it's going to be Moses. And the reason is, if you played True Colors, there was a similar romance option with Ryan, where Ryan was best friends with Gabe, Gabe died, and Alex could choose to be in a relationship with Ryan. And Moses and Safi are best friends, and Max, at least what we've seen from the gameplay trailer, she tends to spend what free time she has with the two. And we know from Max's character, she's very introverted, she keeps to herself. Like, I'd argue in this, what we see, she's opened up a bit more, but she's still closed off, like, compared to the Max from Arcadia Bay. Well, to be fair, Max in Life is Strange 1 did have an arc. She did become more confident as the episodes progressed, but if we take a look at her character before the events of the game and read through her journal, then we can see she wasn't that confident of a person. Now, the developers tell us that Max will have the option to discuss her powers with Moses, or at least her new powers, and this could be the stepping stones for the romance with him, because if you've watched the trailer, there's that choice with the detective, and Max can choose to accept or decline the card he gives her. I'm pretty sure it's, if you have any more information, call my number on this card. And I do think that when this game starts, I think Moses will believe that Max killed Safi, because from what I've been able to gather, that there's no evidence to suggest it was a second person, at least to Moses. Like, he sees Max run off and then finds Max with a dead Safi, so to him it's like, okay, Max is the most logical person. But I think after Max explains her powers to Moses, then maybe he'll be like, oh, this is crazy, I guess she didn't kill Safi, then who did? And then this will bring them closer together as the game progresses. Now, I quickly want to play this short clip about Moses and Max and how she can possibly discuss her powers with him.
Can you tell us a bit more about Moses?
Yeah. So Moses is Safi's best friend, and he's an astrophysicist at this college. And because of his science background, he might be the only person who can help Max understand what's going on with her powers. And the two of them grow closer through this investigation. But Max has to wrestle with if she's ready to open up and tell someone about her powers for the first time in years.
In that gameplay footage we see, there's another shot later on in the trailer where you see Max put her hand on Moses's. Now, this couldn't mean anything. This could simply be Max just trying to comfort Moses. And I'm curious to know whether or not this could unlock some unique dialogue if you chose to sacrifice Chloe. Maybe she won't bring up the storm directly here, or about how Chloe died, but there could be a dialogue where Max says, I know what it's like to lose a best friend, and we won't get that dialogue if Chloe's alive and well. Alright, so that's it for Moses. I want to go over who I think the second romance option will be, and that is this girl. Now, there is hardly any information about her. From what I've been able to gather, her name might be Gwen, possibly Amanda, but Amanda might be the name of Safi's mum. Because we see there are a bunch of other characters in the game that Max will interact with, so any one of them could be Gwen or Amanda. Maybe that's not even her name, it could be something else entirely. But the reveal trailer does subtly hint that she's a romance option.
A diverse and complex cast that reflects the world around us in all its joy, sorrow, and anxiety. Romance, humor, and light even in the darkest of circumstances.
Now, that short bit of footage there is why I believe this woman is going to be Max's romance options. We see the narrator talking during the video about a world full of interesting and complicated people. We hear her say joy, and Max is hugging someone. Sorrow, and she holds Moses' hand. anxiety, we see Moses twitching his fingers, and then finally romance, and it shows this woman, who to me looks like she's interested in Max just the way she's smiling and looking at her. Now, what I found very interesting is where that girl's working, because if you look at the background, it looks very similar to where Max and Safi have that conversation about Chloe, and Safi wants to know who Chloe is.
Is this about the blue-haired girl whose picture you keep in your wallet?
Wait, you snooped in my wallet?
Stop deflecting. The girl with the blue hair. What's the deal with you two?
Now look at Safi's face right here. Now right here, it's a blink and you'll miss it moment. Before Safi brings up Chloe, she's looking in another direction. What is she looking at? I think she was looking at that girl who Max was talking to. Now we see that the two of them are drinking. What are they drinking? I don't know. But if you go back to Max's interaction with that mysterious girl, it appears she's giving Max something, and I think it was the drinks. Or possibly one drink. It could be that Safi was waiting there for Max went and ordered a drink. And while Safi's waiting, she could see Max talking to the mysterious girl, and when Max gets back, Safi could go say something along the lines of, you know, that girl was totally checking you out, or that girl clearly likes you. And Max could say something along the lines like, you're just making stuff up, or I'm not really interested. And Safi's looking like, why? And then that could bring Chloe into the conversation.
Is this about the blue-haired girl whose picture you keep in your wallet?
Wait, you snooped in my wallet?
Stop deflecting. The girl with the blue hair. What's the deal with you two?
Or it could happen another way. Max has only been at Carleton University for 6 months. And it's clear that she doesn't have many friends, at least outside of her circle with Safi and Moses. So what if this mysterious girl likes Max, but she asks Safi, can you see if she's in a relationship with anyone? You know, so that way this girl has to go ahead and to try and ask Max out, because it's not the craziest thing in the world. I know people, I've had friends in high school, they're like, dude, that girl's so hot, but I'm too scared to ask her out. Like, can you check to see if she's dating someone? It's not out of the ordinary. Well, that's the end of this video. Do let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think one or both of these characters are romance options? Do you think none of them are? Who do you think? And if they are both romance options, who would you be interested in first? This is TotalGamerJunkie, signing off.